There are trillions of insects in the world, and they are part of the natural world. They are part of the ecosystem, and insects are actually a vital part of the ecosystem. Insects are required for pollination. They are required for some of the root function. There are a million different ways that insects interact with plants. A lot of people just think of the problems with insects and they don't really realize that insects are a vital part of the ecosystem. With that in mind, you're never going to get rid of all insects, and you don't want to because it's part of life and it's a vital part of life. The target isn't to get rid of all insects and be like nuclear wasteland where no insects exist. The target should be to control insects when you need to control them. I understand there are lots of insects who are very hungry for your delectable little plants, and they will sometimes devour them completely, which can be a bummer, to say the least. The best methods for protecting your plants, of course, would be preventative. This is basically stopping your plants from having a problem in the first place. The number one way to do preventative maintenance for your plant, no matter what type it is to have healthy soil. A healthy plant comes from healthy soil, which means the soil is providing all of the nutrients and beneficial microbiology that your plant requires to be healthy. That combined with the plant that is also naturally more robust. And a plant that is naturally more robust is one that is containing diverse genetics. For example, it's getting more and more popular to clone plants or even have genetically modified plants. And those are actually the weakest type of plant that you could possibly have. This strong plants are ones that have been breeding with other genetically diverse plants of their own species. Wild corn, for example, is much more genetically robust and naturally resistant to disease and pests than the other far extreme, which would be genetically modified corn. That would be the most extreme on the other end, or extremely hybridized corn where it's been crossbred with the least genetically diverse type with another type that is also very low genetic diversity. That will be a weak plant that tends to get powder mildew or insects attacking it. So when you start to understand this, then you can make better choices about what types of plants you choose to grow. And the ones that are closer to wild, the more strong and robust they will naturally be, where you probably don't even need a pesticide at all. And the more hybridized or all the way to genetically modified it is, then generally the weaker it is and the more problems that you're going to have.